What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Reaper here again with a new commentary. But this time it's going to be class setup, pro versus tryhard versus noob classes. Now, right now, let me go ahead and start off and tell you that this is just my opinion, but you know, this is how I feel. If you want to play how you want to play and look like a pro, a tryhard, or a noob. So let's get it started with the pro class. The first class I've set up right now is going to be my pro class. This is how I feel with the pro class. Usually, is the weapon of choice for me is either going to be the ACR silenced or the MK14 silenced. Now, with the MK14, I like using two attachments with my MK14. The same thing with the ACR. Usually, I'm going to go two attachments with my MK14, either with rapid fire and a silencer, and it doesn't really matter what the color looks like, but that's the weapon choice I use. For the secondary, I'm either going to use the XM25 just because I love the way it works, or the Stinger missile. The Stinger missile just because you can get ready to knock shit out of the sky. I think that's the best way you gotta play, you know, dealing with choppers and all that other shit. For the lethal, I mean, it's either going to be a Claymore, C4, or a frag grenade. I love frag grenades, I love Claymores, and I love C4. I usually use the C4 when I get into a lobby and people are camping inside of a window somewhere. I just toss one up and explode it, and sometimes I get a multi-kill, sometimes I don't. For the tactical, it's going to be a concussion grenade or the trophy system, and I'll explain why I say the trophy system here in a little bit, but the concussion grenade is always one of my favorite choices. Now, with the trophy system, I use this thing just because it's awesome, but mainly just to knock predator missiles out of the sky. When I see a predator missile coming my way, I pop that bad boy out, boom, knocks it right out of the sky, and make sure that, you know, whoever's standing around it, usually just myself, but, you know, blows it up, and I'm actually saved from somebody racking up, you know, their kill streaks. But if it's not that, it's going to be the concussion grenade. For my perks right now, I'm going to just say fuck that. I'm going to show you my strike package first. But like right now I have scavenger set up, and that's because the reason why I have that set up is based on my strike package. I use the assault or the special strike package, and I have sleight of hand as my first kill, then assassin, then marksman. You're probably wondering why sleight of hand. It's because when you're using specialist or whatever, you're not going to need to reload before your first kill. So why have it as your first perk, one of your first main perks? So I use it as a kill streak. Pick up that first kill or first point streak or whatever, and you're going to get sleight of hand. You're able to reload and reload faster, and that's because of the way I have my perks set up, which is going to be Scavenger Pro. I use Scavenger Pro or sleight of hand usually, but it's most likely going to be Scavenger Pro, just because with Scavenger Pro I will never have to worry about ammo. Okay, it's going to be Scavenger Pro. Don't have to worry about ammo. I have full rounds, full clips, and I'm always picking up ammo as I'm moving through the trenches, trying to get, you know, 7 kills without dying. I used to run recon just because of how efficient it really was, but I did not like having to sacrifice one of my point streaks in order to either to gain more ammo, because I don't have scavenger up there. So that's the reason why I go ahead and just have scavenger as my first one of my first main perks. The next perk is going to be hardline. If it's not hardline, it's going to be assassin. But I'm always most likely it's going to be hardline pro versus assassin, mainly because I want to be able to reload immediately after my kill. After the first kill I get, I want to reload immediately. Now I don't have to wait till I get, you know, 2 kills to get my first kill streak or to be able to reload. Now for the third perk, it doesn't really matter, but me, I'm going to run either Dead Silence or Stalker Pro. I only use Dead Silence when I'm playing games like Search and Destroy, or, you know, something like that where you got to be a little bit more tactical. So I usually run with Stalker just because of the way that you move when you're using Stalker or whatever. Now for the death streak, I don't approve death streaks. I hate death streaks. But if anything, is the only death streak that I ever use myself is juiced, just because the rest of them are kind of either stupid or a little overpowered. I can't stand any of them except for juice, because that's the only one that actually makes sense to what they said death streaks are used for, to get yourself out of quick situations. So I use juice. At that point, let's go ahead and recap and look at what I was talking about. I said before, weapon choice, MK14 or the ACR with 2 attachments, and then for the secondary, either a Stinger missile, the XM25, and then for the tactical or the lethal, either C4, Claymore, or a frag grenade. For the tactical, it's going to be either a concussion grenade or the trophy system. For the first perk I use, Scavenger Pro, then Hardline Pro, then Stalker Pro. Now for the strike package, it's going to be sleight of hand, assassin, and then marksman. And I use marksman based on the weapon that I choose, which is the MK14, just because I like being able to see far distance of who I'm actually looking at, and then now let's go into the tryhard class. I make this tryhard class just to show you why is it a tryhard class, because you're really trying to get your kills up or whatever. First, the weapon that I choose for the tryhard is the PP90M1. The thing is overpowered. Everybody knows it is. It shoots far, but I use 2 attachments with it. When I do use it, gotta level it up. I just prestige. So, but it's either going to be ranged or 2 attachments with rapid fire and a silencer, rapid fire and extended mags, rapid fire and ACOG, rapid fire and whatever. It's just rapid fire in that thing, just because now it's the fastest shooting gun in the West. So rapid fire and a silencer is usually what I would actually run with. For the secondary, is going to be a little more tryhard, but also noobish, because tryhard is a little close way of saying you're kind of like a noob. But the FMG9s, akimboed. Yes, dual FMG9s with a PP90M1, to me is a little on the tryhard spectrum, which is close to being a noob. Now for this lethal, it's most likely going to be the Simtex grenade, because you're running around, you're tossing these out to try to hit people, and you're doing what you can. But it's either going to be that or the Claymore, just so that way you can cover your tracks. The same reason why you would pick it for your pro class. For the tactical, concussion grenades or flashbangs. You're moving around. You're not looking to use a trophy system. You're probably going to get out of dodge before it even comes and hits the ground to kill you. So that's the reason why we're going to stick with either concussion grenades or flashbangs. Now for the first perk, sleight of hand, and that's based on the weapon choice. Instead of scavenger or anything like that, sleight of hand, because you're using the PP90 M1 submachine gun, which reload is actually the slowest reload in that class. So with sleight of hand pro or whatever, you're going to be able to switch or reload your weapon a lot faster, a whole lot faster than if you had scavenger on it. Now for the second perk, assassin. That's all you have to say. Assassin. You're, like I said before, you're running around, you're getting your kills, but you know the whole details in the matter. So we're going to go down to the third perk. Steady aim, nothing else. Doesn't matter. Steady aim, because spraying with the PP90M1 with the steady aim perk, you're basically just going to be able to get double kills and triple kills and whatever just by holding down your right trigger and getting all these kills because you have steady aim on with this obviously broken weapon. That's how I feel about it. For the strike package, you're going to go assault. That's because where all the kills are. It's going to be the Predator missile with the TAC chopper and down to the AA-60. Now, I don't call in a Predator missile unless I have, one more kill. Like, I get the Predator missile and it's ready to be used. I get one more kill just so, when I do use it, I'll be able to call in that attack chopper versus me just getting it and then calling it in to, get a kill that way, and you never know what's going to come around the corner. But anyway, For this one, Final Stand. It's an overpowered class or death streak. Sit there, wait, and spawn and respawn or whatever. But anyway, recap. PP90M1. You can look at the stats and see it's the fastest gun in the game. And with 2 attachments, either rapid fire and a silencer, or just a regular old class setup using just a silencer on it or whatever. For the for the secondary, the FMG9 Akimbo. Don't want to go into detail about that thing because we all know. But now it's going to be a syntax for your lethal grenades or your lethal equipment or whatever. Either that or probably claymores, just so you can cover your tracks the same way you would for the pro class setup. And then for your tactical concussion grenades, you need the people to slow down as they're running away from you. You throw a concussion grenade, slow them down so you can catch up and either spray and pray one more time. And for the perks, sleight of hand, just for the reload time on your weapon. The Assassin's Pro, and then finally steady aim. Once again, for the weapon. And that's just my opinion right now as you're going through. And then for the assault package, you want a Predator missile, attack chopper, and then finally the AH-6 Overwatch. Now for the death streak, Final Stand. That's what they're using. That's what the kids think are awesome. But it's not. It's just a noob trait that they gave noobs. Now let's go to the Noob Class. Finally, here, as you can look at it and just tell it's a noob setup. I'm going to go into a little bit of detail about the perks a little bit later, but we're going to talk about this first weapon slot that you're going to have and have to fill up. It's going to be with the Type 95, most overpowered gun in the game, and the proficiency is probably going to be 2 attachments or ranged or whatever they have available, but mainly 2 attachments with a rapid fire and a silencer, or silencer and rapid fire, or a rapid fire and a red dot. That's what you're going to need to actually use or whatever for this noob class, because you're a noob if you're actually using this. And then finally, secondaries, of course, is going to be the FMG9 Akimbo. Man, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm doing a commentary. Now, for your lethal grenades, noobs love bouncing betties. I don't know why they do, but they do. They just toss them all over the place. But either bouncing betties or claymores to sit behind. But most likely just that. Now, where's for this class I'm looking at? It's Blind Eye, Assassin, Dead Silence. If you really look at it, the first letters of each perk spells out bad. You're a bad player if you run Blind Eye, Assassin, Dead Silence. You can't be seen by enemy aircraft, can't be seen by UAVs, and can't be heard unless you get hit with a stun grenade or a flashbang or something like that, so they can pinpoint exactly where you are. God, using this class setup is just, in my opinion, a noob way to play. Some people call it tactical, some people call it noob. I'm gonna go with those people who call it a noob or whatever. Just based off of how people actually play this game. And when people are running around like that, in my book, they're a noob. Just because of the class setup. That's all I had to look at. If I die by you, I'm going to look at the class setup. And if you have that setup like that, you're a noob. Now let's go into the stripe package, which is going to be support, obviously. You die, and you can still get your kill streaks going up when you respawn, which is for noobs. It's going to be the UAV with the stealth bomber and advanced UAV. And sometimes I won't pull in an advanced UAV. If you want to go super noob, if you're here for the points, not the kills, then you're going to have to use that recon drone crap to go ahead and get extra points. But if that's not fancy and tickle, you're just looking at winning or whatever, then use that stupid stealth bomber with the stupid advanced UAV and that, I don't even remember what the other piece was. But yeah, And finally for the death streaks, either final stand or dead man's hand. If you're using dead man's hand and you die that many times before you actually get a kill, you need to get the fuck off the game. You're no longer good. You're not good at all when you catch on the fire. So let's do a quick recap. Weapon choice for the noob class: Type 95 with 2 attachments, rapid fire and a silencer, or rapid fire and whatever, but 2 attachments. And then for the secondary, FMG9s, of course. For the lethal, Claymore or bouncing Betties. That's the pro way of playing, or the noob way of playing right there. And then for tactical grenades, flashbangs, because they just love flashbangs over there. And it's whatever. Flashbangs a little overpowered. They need to dumb it down just a tad. Now, for, like I said before, you already seen the class setup or the perks that we're going to let them hear us play. You can play right here today. But anyway, let's go back. The support class, once again, it's going to be the either UAV with a recon drone and that stupid stealth bomber, or it's going to be the UAV recon drone and the advanced UAV. Okay, there's no, it's less noobish to play, alright, but it's still your freaking noob, whatnot if you have this class set up. Now for the death streak, or either most likely dead man's hand. If you have dead man's hand, you're expecting it to die at least 6 times before whatever reasons. But those are the classes that I have set up: the pro versus tryhard versus noob classes. Tell me what you think. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and once again, thanks for watching.